Welcome back, everybody, to part 2 of Liam reviews one of his demos and talks through all of the thought process. And it's a bit more broad than I expected it to be, but you know what? I feel like I'm getting some good information out there. And if you guys want to see any changes, please let me know. So this is right where we left off. Kino had saved the op, and we are able to rebuy into this round. Kino should be able to drop one here. Let's see what the economy ends up being. So he does drop the op to me. He buys an M4 for somebody else and an op, well, M4 for himself. So we end up with a full buy here. We have 4 M4s and an op on myself, and they have 4 AKs and an op for themselves. We actually have more utility than them right now. So even though they had enough money to buy full utility, their opper elected to buy 2 flashes, even though he had 35 grand left over. Well, 3,500, sorry. So we actually have more invested into this round. We have full kit, full head armor. So it should be an even match. So we have this guy going into Squeaky like he has done every single round. They are fighting for a bit of mid control, but we actually do have one in vent. He gets tagged up, so he's just waiting for the smoke to pop. And he swings back over, actually gets a kill, which is more than we could expect from him right there. Let's go up to 7. We're counter boosting into vent, catch him off guard. And now they've completely left A. Because we had a guy go down mid, I actually gave up on A, and because we had bomb down mid, I gave up on A. So there's one mid garage. He knows that I'm there and he has an op, so I'm not re-peeking. I'm now watching A because we have 2 people mid. We have full mid control. Me watching mid is not going to do too much. So I'm just here chilling at A. We get another thing of contact at mid. And one's around useless. He's now pushing back into warehouse. His teammate's going for a big flank, but he has an op, so it's kind of hard for him to clear all these angles alone. He checked if anybody was vent. Nobody's there. He switches to the M4, so he can now clear angles a bit better. We do have a guy go down mid, so I go in for the peek here. And unfortunately, this guy does make sounds, so he does get caught off. If he would have walked that, it would have ended a bit better for the T's, but they did only have about 20 seconds remaining. Now they don't have the best of buys. They do go for a pistol purchase, and we do continue to replenish our utility as much as we can, and we have the 4 M4 1-op setup. So on all their saves so far, they've rushed B, so we should be expecting a B rush here. They go right for it. Big nade, super big nade, and Kino gets flashed. Easy wrap, no problem. Really good job with the nade. Really good job with the crossfire. Kino was a bit too much out in the open. That flash could have been worse if the guy was better. And we could have actually lost somebody there. So I needed to, as an IGL, I needed to read that situation a bit better and say, hey, they're probably on a save here. Play a bit more passive, let them run into your crosshairs. So they do look like they're attempting some mid control here. Let's see, they're gonna boost up. They do have the one guy in vent, as they always do. I smoked off A main, and now I'm just waiting for the smoke to fade because this is actually a very cheeky angle. Let me pause it for a second. So right here, you can't really see my cursor, but right under the op on Tech Ty T's thing, there's actually a little bit of a gap in the default box, it's not a box, but default cylinders. There's a bit of a gap, so if somebody runs by, I can see them run by before they actually hit my crosshair, so I have a better chance at actually hitting the shot. I don't have to rely on my reaction time alone. I get a little hint that they're coming. So it's a really nice angle for that purpose. And so they're just slowly getting into A main. This guy's going to be contacting, but he's actually going to, if he continues on this path, he will walk into my crosshair. And actually, you'll be able to see him. So I saw him there, and I was prepared for it. Easy peasy kill. I go for the re-peek because I knew that was the opper, and the next person that would peek me has an AK. So I felt confident in taking that fight, especially since I was playing a solo. I didn't want to give them complete control yet. We do get a kill mid, and then we re-aggress when we have a smoke down, which is a good idea. There's one up on boost. Dank actually gets that trade. Dan gets one through smoke. And now it is a 5v1 situation. Dan should actually chill out here, wait for his teammate coming up behind. And unfortunately, the knife does not work out. Kino should have just gone for the kill there. Because even though we had the economy, you don't want to be doing that, especially in league matches, especially when it's just now 6-6. So they have to go for another pistol buy. Once you start stringing some rounds together, so let me open up tab here. Oh, it doesn't say. But so we've actually won the past, I want to say like 3 to 4 rounds. So as a CT, you have to understand, after you've started to string a couple rounds together, probably about 3+, just know if they full bot with AKs one round, the next round, and if they lose the next round, they're going to have pistols. If they lose again, the next round, they're going to have AKs, and it just can flip back and forth because they only have to save one round in between, or be prepared for a force buy every single round where there's going to be a lot of Galils, UMPs, and scouts. So they have pistols, and this time, instead of doing a straight B rush, since they've gotten shut down twice, they're actually going for an A. And they've stacked 3 in Squeaky. Their number 9 is probably lining up a cross smoke, and he is. This guy should peek into my crosshair in just a second here. They're actually waiting for the smoke to go down. I still get him because he peeks before the smoke goes down. Luckily, Mike is there to help clean up. And I'm just chilling here. The last guy is stuck pretty much. We go for the knife. I take the kill just so we don't die. Dank gets upset at me that he didn't get the knife. You know how it goes. But so, good idea on Mike's part to rotate over very fast there. If he was not up on catwalk, they probably would have killed me and taken site control, just because I have an op, and op versus rush is not the best. The enemy team does actually take a tactical timeout here, so let's skip through that. So now they have the full buy after they saved one, which is completely normal. We have a different guy actually going into Squeaky. I didn't notice that. I guess the other guy wanted to try something else since it wasn't working for him. So he did just hear me scope. He opened up Squeak door, giving away that he's there. I miss a molly, unfortunately. We have a guy in vent, so right here, let me just pause for a second. We have one guy in vent who he's playing mid and B at the same time, so 2 really needs to rotate over, and I'm calling them by their numbers because that's the number that I have to press. So Kino, or number 2, has to actually walk over to Z at this point to pick up mid, because we do have somebody else holding here. There's no point in having 3 people B. B's really hard to rotate out of, and it takes a little while extra. So we do have one A and me A, so we do need number 2 to actually move over towards mid. So you can see like the actual gap right there. So there we go. 2 is now rotating over. Luckily he figured it out. Oh, he shouldn't be going all the way to A. He should be picking up C. There we go. He realizes that. Not the most disciplined, but you know. So he gets the kill. Unfortunately, that guy jumps and makes it hard for himself. I wonder if this guy's going to try to peek out here. I should get the kill. Oh, I get flashed. So now I'm flashing back in there just to slow them down a bit. I do full blind 2 of them, and they do actually jump back. Now they should be peeking into my crosshair. There's the one. I go for the re-peek same angle. Not always the best idea. But at this point I was very confident. I'd already aced once. And another one peeks in. This guy's about to peek. There's the 3K. And then this guy's going to run out here in a second. And there's the 4K. So now they're kind of... The T's don't really know what to do at this point. They haven't really executed B. They've done B rushes on eco rounds, and they've got completely shut down. They've done full buys against A, and they've been completely shut down. This is the last round, and they barely have enough money to get AK armor. Maybe a couple of them can get flashes, but that's about it. So what they have to do here is either a fast play, and just use the little utility that they have, and do it all together, or they need to play really slow and wait for one of us to get super aggressive, kill us so they have the 5v4 advantage, and then do a fast play. So let's see what they end up doing, because I don't remember. So one guy actually elects to buy a deagle instead of buying an AK no armor, and it does look like they're going for a fast play towards B, or at least some B control. That's not always the best play, especially if you have one of your AKs all the way over here. Let's see where their Deeg is. Their Deeg's actually holding mid, so that's okay. But with on a round where you have little utility, you actually want to push everybody together, because the trades are what's going to win you the round. The utility is not. Mike actually pushes through A main and kills the D guy, catches him off guard. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I'm worried about Squeak. So I don't push in there. I thought I did. But we do have one guy up in vent, so again, 2 needs to rotate back over to mid. Because vent guy could easily get into B, and he actually goes down. So if 2 was there to get Z control, that would have been easily traded, but now he rotates over. Mike is there. I'm also watching highway. I missed my shot. Mike rotates over to A. I get one of them there. Another guy's about to peek up, if I'm not mistaken. Just a second here. He actually kills somebody. No, he walks into me. Oh, I miss. So Dank gets a kill. Last one is there. He peeks into Mike because I missed the shot. We get the kill. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So that's it for CT side. We are actually up 9-6 at this point, and I think I'm going to cut it off here and do T side in another part. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've learned something from this. Again, if you do want if you want me to go over something else or take it from a different perspective, please let me know, and I will be sure to do so. So thank you all for watching. Have a good day, and I will see you next time.